بتعمل اللايف ستريم؟ للجماعة ولا لحالك؟
عندك ايفون 7 كيف؟
ما عنديش. عندك you got the wire؟ أنا عندي باور بانك ما عنديش واير.
شوف حازم الدين
Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Free, free! Palestine! 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 Free, free!
عزوز عزوز ميدين ميدين شوف ميدين ميدين ولا نايف ولا اي حد Thank you, Azul.
bombing children! Stop 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 bombing children! Yo, thank you so much! Please join at the back! Stop moving to move! Thank you guys, please move with the president and join at the back! I request to all the people who joined the march, please move on the president, thank you! Israelita! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! Israelita! Israelita! Stop bombing Gaza! 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 Free, free! 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 From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
Somebody want to nothing.
Palestine will be free.
Somebody want to nothing.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free.
Palestine.
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 Somebody want to nothing.
Palestine will be free.
Somebody want to nothing.
Palestine will be free.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel.
Terrorist state.
Israel.
Terrorist state.
Israel.
Terrorist state.
Israel.
Terrorist state.
Free, free.
Palestine.
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 Somebody want to nothing.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free.
Palestine.
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 Somebody want to nothing. Somebody want to nothing. Somebody want to nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll go in, film and then come back.
Unfortunately, you can't go through. You have to go around.
لا انت تونسي، انا مش تونسي، يا ريت انا تونسي عايش في تونس. انت لا اسمك محمد.
تقول كلمة على الناس بالانجليزي.
عفوا؟ ليش؟ محمد شرفنا. انا مش من تونس، بس انا بحس انه انا English. Sorry, I'm Ahmed here in London. I live in Tunis and I decided to come here today to show my solidarity with all the people in London, across the world, particularly in the capitals and the countries that are continuing to perpetuate this oppression. The UK, the origins of how Israel was created as a state, so I just feel so inspired to be here amongst so many different people. I know other people who came from all over the world, and even though I love Tunis and I love all the Arab countries and all the countries where people believe in a free Palestine, so I'm very happy to be here today.
Just to go
So we're just waiting for the front to move forward, and then you can join behind the banner. Please join us behind the banners, behind the official banners, to move onto the pavement, onto the sides as much as possible. Please move to the sides, the bubble is going to start moving forward. If you want to be crushed, stay where you are. But I advise you to the sides, please. Thank you. Please stick to the sidewalks, stick to the pavement, please. Let the officials pull us through. Let the buses on and join behind the banner.
Come here. Yes. We had a very important. We have to move this guy. We had this black car who said America Israel will fall 6 million. No, not this one. There's a guy who has something. It is not Israel fall. It is something like that. Where is it?
We will need the middle.
They're going to come through. They need to get off.
Anas, please.
Guys, please move to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel is a
Terrorist state.
Israel is a
Terrorist state.
Israel is a
Terrorist state.
Israel is a
Terrorist state.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free.
And everyone clear up the road, please. Stand to the pavement. Thank you very much. Nobody can see the
شئت.
Palestine will be free.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel is a
Terrorist state.
Israel is a
Terrorist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state. Israel is a terrorist state. Occupation no more. Israel is a terrorist state. Palestine. 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 Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be
Palestinians! Palestine! Palestine!
1, 2, 3, 4! 5, 6, 7, 8! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine!
طاير
Palestine! 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 Israelis a terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state!
No, 300. It was 1,000. Over 1,000. Up and down. Only your shadow one. Hard shadow. Yeah. Next week.
From the sea to the river. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Let's not give our lives. Let's not give our
Why are you telling me to the way?
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Free
That's if you're going to breakout, you took a big face.
Abdullah.
Yeah, let me
There it is.
Palestine will be free! Palestine! 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 Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free!
I should ask you where.
I know, I watched the documentary. It's
brought them.
Palestine! Palestine! Free Palestine! Palestine! Palestine!
Palestine! Occupation no more!
Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine! Palestine! Israel is a terrorist state!
Palestine will be free!
Israel is a terrorist state!
Sometimes I think I was walking back from the picnic.
Ceasefire!
What do we want it?
Now!
In our millions, in our billions!
We are all Palestinians!
In our millions, in our billions!
We are all Palestinians!
In our millions, in our billions!
We are all Palestinians!
Ceasefire now!
Ceasefire now!
Gaza! Ceasefire now!
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Just ceasefire now!
Genocide now! Join the Workers' Party! Join us with George Galloway! Stop this genocide now! Stop the bloodshed! Stop it in our name! We do not live with this shame! Stop in our name! Stop the genocide now!
Official collection here.
Israel is a terrorist state! Stop bombing Gaza! Stop bombing Gaza! Stop bombing Gaza! Stop bombing
She's got both of these. She's ready to give up.
Palestine will be free!
Occupation no more! Israel is a perfect state! Make way for no more! Make way, please, on the pavement, make way, please, make way. Can I have everyone's attention? Can I have this one clear? You're either going to the left or to the right. You have to stay off the main road. Thank you.
rishi sunak زويش
Palestine! Wall by wall! As you fall! Wall by wall! As you fall! Palestine! Palestine!
Diversity to this guy.
شو خلينا وتعدي وصوت الصوت مش مخلينا أنا معاهم أنا معاهم
نعم؟ حاول
Palestine! Palestine!
Free, free! Shame on you!
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! We charge you with genocide! We charge you with genocide! We charge you with genocide! We charge you with genocide!
Shame on you!
Shame on you! Shame on you! Rishi Sunak, shame on you!
Rishi, you can't hide!
We charge you with genocide!
Rishi Sunak, shame on you! Rishi
bombing Gaza! Stop 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 bombing Gaza!
Okay. Go ahead.
As you come into these pillars, the left and the
the Philippines, Milwaukee to Medellin. Got a feeling stronger than ketamine. They won't forget of me like they won't forget the black, white, red, and green. Yalla, come on, we ain't gonna stop until we got the whole world screaming, weighing at our mother. Wallah, this for every Muhammad and Abdullah, every Layla and Zaynab, every prayer to Allah. This for every Palestinian kid up in school worried that tomorrow they won't have a school to go to. This for every leader in the world standing up against Israeli occupation and really saying the whole truth. Them Palestinian, my blood is Palestinian, share with the world and showing this thing already in smiles on our face, either wild display, strong pride of waiting to get the Palestinian people winning again. This for Patty Week for leading and saying that organizations
دخلني ريفين.
مش عارفه مش مدخلوا حقا ما دخلوني والله لما يجي عندنا يجي جماعتنا
الحمد لله.
As you prepare your breakfast, think of others. Do not forget to keep the pigeons. As you wage your wars, think of others. Do not forget those who fight for peace. As you pay your water bill, think of others. Those who are nursed by clouds.
As you return home, to your home, think of others. Do not forget the people of the camps.
As you sleep and pet the stars, think of others. Those who have nowhere to sleep.
As you liberate yourself with metaphors, think of others, those who have lost the right to speak.
As you think of others far away, think of yourself and say, if only I had a candle in the night. This is the capital of Jerusalem. Think of yourself and say, if only I had a candle in the night. This is the capital of Jerusalem.
Palestine, flowing with God's
يلا بسم الله.
Still here until that killing Netanyahu, he should feel fear. The older through us and guarantee the children will care. Criminal, not invincible, and you know it's Armageddon still sitting in the stoic. May not feel us weekly when you listen to our poems. You inspire humanity, your resistance is heroic regardless of talking. Here's how we answer the call. You will shut the spirit, you provide example for all. How to live, how to love with a tap on the girls above the young kids. So you don't come down.
System in the West Bank. There are two road systems. I've been there and show you that. And you see the Israeli road, you see like a spanking highway with just a several cars getting back to the forest. Then you see the old Palestinian road. You see the Israeli road, you see like a spanking highway with just a several cars getting back to the forest. Then you see the old Palestinian road. And the text of land Israel is breaking international law, it is breaking the Geneva Convention.
Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! 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 And in our thousands, in our millions! In our thousands, in our millions! In our thousands, in our millions! Across the world! In our millions, in our billions! In our millions, in our billions! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! 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 Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! And what do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Off the back behind. Yeah,
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! London, today we're outside the Houses of Parliament. We're outside the place where all of those murderous decisions get made. I want to hear you as loudly as possible. Ceasefire now! 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 In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! London, make some noise! Thank you for joining us once again in your hundreds of thousands today as we come together to demand a full and immediate ceasefire and freedom and justice for the people of Palestine. At the start of 2024, the Palestinian flag flies high across the world. It has once more millions people have filled the streets of every town and every city, demanding peace and demanding justice. In every workplace, in every school, in every university, the struggle of the Palestinian people has been made visible. A fire has been ignited, and it is a fire that will never go out. Over the last few weeks, the dividing lines have become clearer than ever. South Africans who overthrew apartheid are fighting to stop the apartheid state of Israel from enacting its own genocide. And on the day that South African lawyers presented evidence in all of its horrifying and indisputable detail, what did Israel's allies in Washington and Westminster do? They bombed one of the poorest countries in the world. They bombed Yemen so that they could keep the weapons flowing to Israel. Once again, British planes fly where they do not belong. They fly from bases in Cyprus, a colonial enclave itself, which is also used to supply the Israeli military with weapons. The peoples of South Africa and Palestine are the very embodiment of heroism and steadfastness. They have taught the world how to struggle against racism and colonial oppression. Today, the brothers and the sisters of the children murdered in Sharpeville and Soweto lead the fight for justice for the children murdered in Jablaya, in Beach Camp, in Khan Yunis, in Shigaya. And tomorrow, one day soon, one day in our lifetimes, the brothers and sisters of those children will grow up, will learn, will bring new life in their liberated homeland. The imperial powers will never be able to divide us because our struggle is one. With the power of international solidarity, our movement won freedom for South Africa. Now it is time for us to win freedom for Palestine. During the anti-apartheid movement and during anti-colonial struggles all over Africa, there was one rallying cry that was heard throughout the streets, and I want us to repeat it today. So when I say Amandla, I want you to say Awaitu. It means power to us, power to the people. Amandla! 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 In our thousands, in our millions! In our thousands, in our millions! In our thousands, in our millions! It is now my huge, huge honour to introduce our first speaker of this afternoon. Please give the warmest possible welcome to the Palestinian ambassador to the UK, Hassan Samad!
Sorry, I'm gonna go here.
Friends, sisters, brothers, Londoners, Britons, they thought after all these atrocities you wouldn't come out. They thought after 100 days of genocide, they thought they had normalized children being slaughtered. They thought you might get tired because your government is not listening. Yet here you are in your thousands, in your tens of thousands, in your hundreds of thousands. Coming out in bigger numbers. Coming out stronger, coming out more united, Palestine, and not just in Gaza. Every day, there are mass murders, mass destruction, mass displacement, mass arrests. Every day, we absorb horrific stories. I stand before you with a broken heart. For 3-year-old Ahmad Shabat, Ahmad lost his legs in an Israeli airstrike that killed his entire family in Khan Yunis. Except his 2-year-old brother, Omar. Omar and Ahmad are now orphans. They are among the growing number of WCNFS in Gaza. Wounded child, no surviving family. They survived, however, unlike the nearly 10,000 children Israel has killed in its genocidal rage. Let us vow for Omar and Ahmad and all the innocent people killed by Israel that we shall not rest. We shall not rest until the killers, their oppressors, are brought to justice. To justice! Our entire population is being starved, dehydrated, subjected to infectious disease. Our entire population is sentenced to death. Our entire population is being pushed further and further out of the homeland. I do stand before you with a broken heart, but I do not stand before you with a broken spirit. The will of the Palestinian people is unbreakable. Ours is a nation of freedom fighters. Freedom fighters. You know why? Because our history contains all humanity's history. And our future is linked to all humanity's future. And that's why this week South Africa has been laying out its charge of genocide against Israel at the International Court of Justice. South Africa has presented a formidable case, and it has presented a formidable challenge to the world. Which side are you on? Are you for international law or for the rule of the jungle? Are you serious about all people being equal? The answer will impact generations to come. It will resound all around the world. South Africa's case is also directed at those complicit with Israel's brutality, the US and the UK included. The same countries who stood the longest by South Africa's apartheid regime are the very same countries who stand by Israel today. And my friends, let me say this. It will be a long journey to Let me say this. It will be a long journey to freedom, because you know, I know, as Nelson Mandela knew, a world in which Palestinians are not free is a world in chains. Let us break our chains. Let us break our chains. Let us raise our flag. Raise it high. Raise it high. shared humanity. That moral compass will lead us to a free Jerusalem, lead us to a free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. Thank you.
Brothers and sisters, Mr. Ambassador! Now while most members of Parliament in that place should be hanging their heads in shame for their complicity in Israel's killing and for their actions in Yemen, there are a handful who do speak up for peace. And our next speaker is one of the strongest voices for Palestinian freedom in Parliament. Please welcome the MP for Poplar and Limehouse, Afsana Begum.
Thank you, Shelley. I want to begin by asking how many more people have to be killed before our government will call for a ceasefire? It's been more than 3 months. More than 3 months of us coming together in protest. Of us demanding that the UK government use their influence to stop the carnage that we are continuing to witness in Gaza. More than 3 months of us calling for a ceasefire now. Since then, more than 29,000 people in Gaza have been killed by Israeli bombs. More than 25,000 children in Gaza have lost a parent. More than 50,000 Palestinians have been injured. New polling shows that 71% of the British public want a ceasefire. And around the world, the cries for a ceasefire grow louder. Today, on this global day of action, movements in at least 45 countries are participating, just like all of us are today, on these calls. In the face of this, the UK government's silence, complicity, and yes, aggression is unacceptable. At this time, when de-escalation is needed now more than ever before, the UK government's launching of airstrikes in the Red Sea in conjunction with the US is nothing short of horrifying. It's shameful, it's deplorable, it's beyond unacceptable. Rishi Sunak's move to attack Yemen without even as much as a recall of Parliament is beyond unacceptable. We know that further violence will not achieve peace. And it's not like we have not warned about this before. In 2003, we warned that the invasion of Iraq would set off a spiral of conflict that would fuse future generations.
Oh my gosh, it's alright. Now it is slow.
لا من هنا احسن الاقي ميه
Before now, the situation over there had already been labelled one of the worst humanitarian crises of our time. So many are enduring starvation. That's why we stand here today and say to this government, not in our name. I want to hear you loud and clear. Not in our name. It's disgraceful that the UK government appears to be putting profit over people, not calling for a ceasefire when thousands and thousands have been killed by Israel's genocidal actions, but appearing to act with aggression in the interests of international trade. Risking the prospect of further escalation in a region where they have already, according to UN reports, been complicit in aiding and assisting war crimes through the sale of arms. So I want to ask again, how many children are lying under the rubble in Gaza because of UK traded weapons? Why won't our government stop sending arms to countries that UN experts have said may be being used to commit war crimes. And it's also disgusting that arms companies in the UK are being allowed to profit from the misery being inflicted in the region. But we know that this is not just about profit and trade, it's an exercise in imperial power. Our government may refuse to stand on the right side of history. They may not believe that Palestinian lives matter, but we will call them out for their double standards. And yes, we will continue to confront the threats of imperialism that Britain continues to pursue throughout the world. Arms sales to Israel must end immediately. Arms sales to Saudi Arabia must end immediately. And we will continue to demand nothing short of an immediate and global ceasefire. And that is just the beginning. A ceasefire is not peace, and a ceasefire is not freedom. Yemenis and Palestinians deserve both peace and freedom. Just as post-apartheid South Africa laid out to the world this week, the oppressed people of the world need lasting peace based on human rights and justice. That means an end to the bombing of Gaza, an end to the illegal settlements, an end to the 17-year blockade of Gaza, an end to the forced evictions, and an end to the indiscriminate settler violence in the West Bank. We have been coming together in protest for the last 3 months, and we will not stop until there is lasting peace. Please keep raising your voices. Please keep coming together, louder and stronger. Palestine, in Yemen and beyond, the oppressed people of the world will be free. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Solidarity! Ceasefire now!
Thank you, Oksana. Our next speaker is a very, very special guest. She's from Dublin. She's here representing the people of Ireland who know the horrors of occupation all too well. Please give it up for the President of Sinn Féin, Mary Lou McDonald! So hello London! How are you all doing? There's a lot of you out there, and I am so proud and honoured to stand with you today. Together we stand with Palestine united in our thousands, in our millions, an international movement for freedom and justice in our thousands, in our millions. We are all Palestinians. We will not remain silent while Palestinians are slaughtered. We won't stay quiet about Israel's apartheid. We will not be silenced in the face of a genocide that is broadcast every day for nearly 100 days now. For nearly 100 days, the impoverished, dispossessed refugee population of Gaza have faced annihilation, a horrific crescendo of apartheid that has brutalized generations of Palestinians. For nearly 100 days, the mothers and fathers of Gaza have wept an ocean of tears over the still bodies of their dead children. Gaza, the graveyard of children. And the world looks on in horror and shouts for a ceasefire, but some choose to look the other way. Some believe that Israel can act with impunity, rain hell on a civilian population, decimate civilian infrastructure, hospitals, schools, refugee camps, terrorize children, steal their lives without consequence. And friends, perhaps that is the greatest obscenity, a long playing obscenity.
Israel seeks to justify its barbarity, calling it self-defense. Well, Netanyahu's government needs to know that nobody buys that. We see your lies for what they are. Destroying hospitals, cutting off water supplies is not self-defense. Displacing an entire population is not self-defense. Massacring children in their thousands is not self-defense. So the world now stands at a crossroads, and there is a choice to be made. You see, we're told that the world order is based on human rights, on justice, and the rule of law. Well, now we demand that justice, those human rights, that rule of international law for Palestine, for Gaza, for the West Bank. We demand that Israel is held to account, that the slaughter ends now, and that governments everywhere call for ceasefire. And the international effort has to now be for peace and for Palestinian self-determination. The Nakba, the Palestinian nightmare, has gone on for too long, and now we seek a new horizon of freedom, of peace and security.
Long live Mary McDonald! Long live James Bond!
And if my voice can hold up, let me say this to the cynics, to the indifferent, to the belligerent, who say that this can't happen, that peace and Palestinian freedom is a dream too far. But I say this standing here in London, in common cause with you, having walked our own journey out of conflict, of building peace for 25 years.
Long live Mary McDonald!
This
Long
can
live James
happen.
Fenn!
This must happen, and we will ensure that it does happen. Friends, this week South Africa has shown others what it means to lead, and now others must measure up. The case for an immediate, permanent ceasefire is now unanswerable. The refusal to support an immediate permanent ceasefire is unconscionable. So we now reiterate that call. All of us, the many, demands that world leaders act now. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Grenada Mahmoud! On the speedy way, Shia Khan of the Syria bin Palestine. Long live Palestine!
Thank you, Mary Lou. As we know, our various trade unions have always stood in solidarity with the Palestinians. And our next speaker is the president of Unison, the union, representing over 1.4 million workers in Britain. So please give a warm welcome to Libby Nolan.
Thank you. It's a great honour to be here today and to tell you that Unison and the international trade union movement stand united in our call for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. We condemn the devastating bombardment and the violence of the last 9 weeks and stand in solidarity with all those that mourn the loss of loved ones. For all but 7 of the last 98 days, the people of Gaza have endured a horrific and indiscriminate bombing campaign that has changed the face of the territory beyond recognition, damaging, destroying over 60% of homes and leaving no safe place to shelter. Public services have been decimated, with only 15 out of Gaza's 35 hospitals partially, if at all, functioning, with severe shortages of health workers, essential medical supplies, shortage of health workers, essential medical supplies, fuel, food, water, clean water, sanitation, medication. The list goes on. Children and adults being operated on without general anaesthetic, no painkillers. It's horrific. At least 337 of my fellow health workers in Gaza have been killed, most as a result of the bombardment, the slaughter in Gaza, the targeting of health workers, patients, health facilities, ambulances, are serious violation of international law, which we utterly condemn. These are war crimes. This was a health service, a health system already on the brink of collapse before the 7th of October, due to underfunding and 17 years of a tight land, sea and air blockade. Now my fellow health workers are desperately trying to care for the 59,000 people who've been injured. As a nurse, I can't begin to imagine what they're going through, risking their lives every day and night to save others.
Oh, wait.
An immediate ceasefire and full access to humanitarian assistance. We demand an end to the occupation of this blockade and an implementation of the many United Nations resolutions that remain unheeded. We demand an international supported political solution that leads to peace, justice and a right to a viable Palestinian state. We will not stop what we are doing until we see an end to the killing. We will not stop arriving on the streets of this city until there is a ceasefire now. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Let those banners and flags fluttering behind the islands keep ourselves warm! What do we want? And when do we want it? What do we want? And when do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? And when do we want it? Our next speaker is from one of the organisations that has called today's demonstration, Stop the War Coalition, Vice President Andrew Murray.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Let us first of all salute the South African government, which has spoken for humanity this week in charging Israel with genocide. Now we await the verdict of the International Court of Justice, but let's be clear, for the millions demonstrating for Palestine today around the world, the jury is not out. When Israel tells civilians to go to safe areas and then drops bombs upon them, when they block aid getting into Gaza, when they render northern Gaza completely uninhabitable, when the politicians say we want to get rid of 2 million Palestinians from Gaza, what we are witnessing is a genocide and we must stop it. Now the only problem with the proceedings in The Hague is that the British and American governments should have been there in the dock alongside Israel. People say that the British government is allowing a genocide. No, that is too passive. The British government is arming the genocide, is politically supporting the genocide, is diplomatically backing the genocide, and Sunak and Starmer are up to their waist in Palestinian blood. And on the subject of diplomacy, How much longer do we have to have in London the racist Israeli ambassador who calls from the river to the sea, Palestine to be Israel? Zippy Hotel-Bailey should be run out of town. Now, brothers and sisters, from the start we have said this could lead to a wider war, and that is what is happening today. There could be peace in the Red Sea tomorrow if Israel stopped its attack on Gaza. That is the root of the problem. That we are bombing Yemen to make it easier for Israel to bomb Gaza. We are not fighting for freedom of navigation. We are enabling genocide, and the Royal Navy needs to get out of the Red Sea and get back to Portsmouth. Now politicians want to stop our movement. The latest idea from someone they keep in that Museum of the Living Dead called the House of Lords is that we should have to pay the police for the privilege of protesting for Palestine. Let me make it clear, we will never do that. Nothing is going to stop us marching, because, brothers and sisters, those of us that do not have to pull our children from the rubble of our homes, those of us that do not have sisters, those of us that do not have to pull our children from the rubble of our homes, those of us that do not have...
The oppression of Palestinians have been going on far beyond these past 100 days. For 75 years, Palestinians have been suffering from systematic ethnic cleansing and have been living under an illegal occupation. And our next speaker is someone who has been campaigning against apartheid and for the freedom of Palestinians for over 26 years. He is the founder and chair of Friends of Al-Aqsa, one of the co-organisers of today's protest. So please, Dr. Ismail Patel.
Friends, let's start by cheering for the South Africans and say thank you to them for the ICJ. It is 100 days of relentless bombing and killing in Gaza. They have made millions homeless, injured over 60,000, there are 8,000 people missing, and Israel has killed 23,000 people. If we take the percentage of people killed in Gaza by Israel, it is equivalent of killing 750,000 people in the United Kingdom. Today, we want to make a stop to that. And there's a global protest across the world where over 120 cities are gathered together, where millions of people are marching. But beyond no doubt, the reason Israel and its allies want to expand its war, which it is doing across Lebanon, Syria and Yemen, because they are losing. They are losing the global war on media. The BBC and its help can no longer justify the aggressions by the Israelis. They are losing the global war on media. The BBC and its help can no longer justify the aggressions by the Israelis. They can no longer genocide in Gaza. And we charge Israel with genocide. They are also losing public opinion. Decent people worldwide are saying, we will no longer accept the lies. Lies that Israel is defending itself. Lies that Israel is doing everything to protect the civilians. Lies that says Israel is the victim. Lies that says that this started on the 7th of October. I would also like to thank all of you. Thank you, because it is your campaigning, your boycotting and your protesting that has helped stop this getting any worse. Because if it wasn't for us and people like us, Israel and Netanyahu kept asking to defend the people in Gaza. So continue with your efforts, continue with boycotting, continue with protesting until Gaza stops. So free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Thank you very much, my friends.
Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Okay, before we do go, I've got a very important announcement. Michael Sendell, if you could come to the back of the stage, your daughters are waiting here for you. That's Michael Sendell, your daughters are waiting for you at the back of the stage. Thank you. Okay, our next speaker, she's the MP for Streatham, and she's been standing up for the Palestinian people in Parliament recently. Please make some noise for Boria Ali!
Thank you. You know, when I was at school, the first thing that my history teacher told us to write in our books was that we study the past to live the present with an eye on the future. But when I look at what's happening right now, I ask myself, what have we learned of the wars and genocide of the past? We continue to stand by and watch the atrocities in Gaza continue. We're no longer on weeks, but months, and over 23,000 innocent Palestinians have been killed, and the bombardment continues. We've had self-important men sat in safe countries, in their warm, comfortable rooms, behind closed doors, under armed guard, and through their action or their inaction, they condemn the people in Gaza today. And they call themselves our leaders and our governments. Around the world, millions of people are out on the streets. In action, they condemn the people in Gaza today. And they call themselves our leaders and our governments. Around the world, millions of people are out on the streets, like you, in their towns and their cities, and our call is clear. This is not in our name, 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 because we have to be absolutely clear, we are not going to be complicit in this. And as you the South Africans present their case to the ICJ, you tell me that it's not collective punishment when millions of people are cut from food and water and their shelter is bombed, or cut from life-saving aid and necessary medical supplies, when cesarean sections are being performed on pregnant women and the limbs are being removed from children without anaesthetic. Entire generations of families in Gaza are being obliterated. We've even had to create a new acronym, WCNSF, Wounded Child with No Surviving Family. And so every single day I learn something that makes me sick to my stomach. And today it was that the average age of a child killed in Gaza is 5 years old. Just 5 years old. They say it's about self-defense and that every country has the right to defend itself, and they do. But what threat does a 5-year-old living under occupation, the world's largest open-air prison, pose to anyone? What threat are they? There is no nuance, absolutely none whatsoever. The atrocities have to stop now, full stop. And government ministers are here talking about not wanting a dangerous regional escalation and an increased loss in life. But how does our government hope to prevent either by joining airstrikes in the region? And how do they expect either by joining airstrikes in the region? And how do they expect to put a just and lasting peace without our government calling for a ceasefire? Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! And I want everyone to remember that as we call for the ceasefire, to ease what is the immediate suffering of the people in Palestine, that we cannot forget how all of this began, not in October, but decades ago with an illegal blockade of Gaza and the legal occupation of the West Bank. And what we have to do in the UK is we ultimately have to recognize the state of Palestine. Because without that, we know that Palestinians will never be free. So please, please, keep coming out until all of bombardment, the continuing slaughter of people in Gaza is over, because they only have us. They only have us. We have to stand up for them. We cannot depend on our governments to do it for us. Free, free! Free, free! Free, free!
Our next speaker has just returned from the International Court of Justice, where he's been standing shoulder to shoulder with the people
genocide in South Africa. He's now helping to fight apartheid in Palestine. He's the People's Prime Minister. Please make some noise for Jeremy Corbyn!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Thank you, everyone, for turning out on this global day of action in support of the Palestinian people. There are demonstrations in every major city going on today. And next weekend, there'll be local demonstrations all over the country. I'll be in Birmingham myself, but they'll be all over the country. There'll be local demonstrations all over the country. I'll be in Birmingham myself, but they'll be all over the country. 20 years ago today, his name was Tom Herndl. People like Tom and so many others should never be forgotten in this awful carnage that we're witnessing at the present time. The carnage that is destroying life at its very self in Gaza. And as you know, this week, South Africa, who suffered so grievously under apartheid, have repaid the world for their solidarity against apartheid by showing their solidarity with the people of Palestine. And South Africa taking the case and application to the International Court of Justice in The Hague was to me a very poignant moment. I was there in the court listening with pride to the way in which South Africa and all of its representatives presented the most brilliant, logical, legal, compelling case to say that the attack on the collective population of Gaza, the expulsion of the people of Gaza from their homes, the destruction of their homes, their schools, their hospitals, and everything else amounts to the crime of genocide under the International Convention. It's now up to the judges, the International Court of Justice judges, to decide on that case. I simply say this: anyone who heard that case, who heard that submission, must be convinced that not only is the case just, there has to be a ceasefire now, and that must be demanded by the ICJ. I would also say this: the attacks on Gaza, 70% of the homes destroyed, the schools, the hospitals, and now more people dying from wholly preventable conditions because of starvation, of dehydration, and of diarrhea, and all these preventable conditions brought about by the destruction of normal life. 1 million people corralled into a small area around Rafah, trying to survive. The ceasefire must happen. Justice must prevail. But it's not brought about by bombardment of Yemen, extending the war into Lebanon, the Red Sea, or anywhere else. As if there aren't enough bombs that have already been dropped on Yemen over the past years by Saudi Arabia, supplied by Britain and the United States. So our demands, our international, our global demands, are justice for the Palestinian people. But our demands are to live in a world of peace, not. So our demands, our international, our global demands, are justice for the Palestinian people. But our demands are to live in a world of peace, not. So our demands, our international, our global demands, are justice for the Palestinian people. But our demands are to live in a world of peace, not dominated by the interests of arms suppliers and military thinkers.
and military thinkers. Instead, put the people first, human rights first, justice first, education first, sustainability first. We are a movement of millions. We're a movement of millions all around the world. Today, in solidarity with the people of Palestine, and every day in solidarity with the people of Palestine, and in solidarity to bring about that world of peace which we will see in our lifetime. Thank you.
Once again, give it up for Jeremy Corbyn! Over the past few months, we have witnessed the indiscriminate bombing of multiple hospitals in Gaza by Israeli forces. We have witnessed the killing of doctors, nurses and healthcare workers by Israeli forces. And our next speaker is a reconstructive surgeon who has been working at the Al-Aqdi and Al-Shifa hospitals in besieged Gaza. So please give a very warm welcome to Ghassan Abu Sitta.
Thank you very much. Thank you and God bless you. Today, as we were walking towards this place, and I was thinking, what can I possibly say? And I wanted to start by telling you about Anas. Anas was a beautiful 13-year-old boy. He suffered severe burns to his face, to his trunk, and to over 60% of his body, along with his mother, when their house was bombed by the Israelis. He was a patient of mine in the burns unit at Shifa Hospital for over 12 days. After several surgeries, this beautiful boy died. Anas, like 10,000 other beautiful boys and girls, have had their lives taken. We are here first and foremost to honor them and to remember each one of them, and to make sure that this carnage and this death ends. If the world is comfortable with the death of Anas and many children like him, then this is no longer a world that we are able to raise our children in and live in ourselves. Yesterday, 400 Palestinian prisoners were released back into Gaza, having been interned by the Israelis. One of the things that they have reported is that Israeli forces have been torturing the 40 doctors that they have held, more than any other group within the people that they've imprisoned. This targeting of health professionals as part of a systematic and people that they've imprisoned. This targeting of health professionals as part of a systematic and intentional policy to completely destroy all aspects of health in Gaza as a way of making it uninhabitable, so that the ethnic cleansing and the expulsion of Palestinians continues. This Nakba Part 2, as one of the Israeli politicians described it, hinges on the destruction of health systems. It hinges on the fact that the 57,000 wounded will be left to die of their wounds. And its enablers within Western governments have to be forced into ceasing the murder, and its enablers within Western governments have to be forced into ceasing the murder. Last night, just in the last 24 hours, over 150 people have been killed. This is Israel's real response to the international court.
last night, just in the last 24 hours, over 150 people have been killed. This is Israel's real response to the International Court of Justice. It wants to speed up its genocide so that by the time... This is Israel's real response to the International Court of Justice. It wants to speed up its...
Writer, whose words you may know, whose face you may recognize. Please welcome Mohammed Al-Kurd.
Hello everyone, it's an honor to see all of you, it's an honor to be here. The atrocities that the Israeli regime is committing in Gaza are some of the most horrific, brutal tragedies of all of our lifetimes. But this genocide is not without a culprit. Zionism is the root cause of all that is happening in Palestine. This is a moment for transformation. There have been 30,000 martyrs. This is our moment to transform the world. We must reject Zionism in all of our institutions. Because to be anti-racist is to be anti-Zionist. It does not contain multitudes, it does not have double meanings, it is not romantic. Zionism is apartheid, it's genocide, it's murder, it's a racist ideology rooted in settler expansion and racial domination, and we must root it out of the word. We must be Zionized because Zionism is a death cult. Zionism is indefensible. I want you all to continue marching in the street even as South Africa courageously and momentously takes Israel to the ICJ. We must not stop marching. Not now, not tomorrow, not until Palestine is free. I want to leave you with a few words from a group called Gaza Group. They write, today we declare unequivocally to stand on the right side of history, you must engage with tangible actions, not mere words, fortitude, not despair, strength, not fear. Language alone no longer suffices. Our safeguard against annihilation hinges on exhausting every effort to halt the massacre. Until there is nothing more within your capability to do, look intently into the eyes of the children of Gaza and convey this message to them. I dare you to look into the eyes of a Gazan child and tell him that you tried your best. Our day will come, but we must not be complacent. Our day will come, but we must normalize massacres as the status quo. Thank you.
Once again, give it up for Mohammed Al-Kurd. Our next speakers are here representing the Jewish bloc on today's demonstration. A group of British Jews organising in their community for an end to the occupation. So please give a warm welcome to Avia Sarah Day, Max Gerber and Richard Cooper.
I am here because as a Jew, I am against genocide and ethnic cleansing to my core. As long as there has existed Zionism, there have been anti-Zionist Jews. We have always been here, and we will continue to be here. We belong here alongside our Muslim siblings and alongside all those who stand up for justice against the occupation. I am here grieving the murder of 30,000 Palestinians in cold blood. In 2019, I worked in Gaza City as a coding instructor. I am here fighting for the dreams of my students who are running for their lives from Israeli brutality. This is not a hate march. We are being lied to, and our fear has been weaponized. Standing here today, I feel courage. I feel the hope that we generate every time that we march. And I believe that we will win.
My name is Avia, and I'm here as a member of the Black Jewish Alliance and from the Jewish Bloc. I have to be honest, there have been points over the last 3 months where I've wondered whether I will see a free Palestine in my lifetime. And in those moments, I try to remember my ancestors. I try to remember my ancestors, kidnapped from the shores of Africa, who survived the transatlantic slave trade. I try to remember my great-grandmother Lenny, who survived Nazi Germany, where both her parents and 6 of her siblings were murdered. I remember them because without their resilience and without their resistance, I would not be standing here today. I remember my ancestors and I honour them here today, joining this movement as a proud anti-Zionist black Jew. To say never again. And never again means never again means rejecting the divide and rule tactics of imperialism which seeks to elevate one oppressed group at the expense of another. Never again means recognising that our strongest weapon is our solidarity. And that is exactly what we've been building on these marches, week after week, month after month, is solidarity. This movement is a working class movement. It's an intergenerational movement. It's a multiracial movement. And we will keep building and growing until Palestine is free and until all of us are free.
Richard Cooper, Jewish Voice for Labour, Jews for Justice for Palestinians, and the Jewish Bloc. Proud to be standing with you and saying this war on Gaza is not in our name. Anti-Semitism is a scourge, it's a form of racism, and we are all opposed to it. And any manifestations of it need to be opposed vigorously by the Solidarity movement. There is some anti-Semitism today, but when you look at what is being classified as anti-Semitism, it includes us. It includes the Solidarity movement. It includes criticism of Israel. It includes anti-Zionism. It includes calling for an end to the war on Gaza. That is not anti-Semitism. It is cynical manipulation. So too with the Holocaust. The lesson of the Holocaust that we draw was never again to anyone. Israel is perpetrating something that looks remarkably like a genocide in Gaza. I take my hat off to the South African government and its presentation at the International Court of Justice. They were given short shrift in reporting by the British media, and I would urge every one of you to look at the videos of the South African testimony to the International Court. It is devastating. I want to say about the Jewish communal leaders who stand foursquare with Israel. The chief rabbi who said a few days ago that he supported our heroic soldiers, our soldiers, the Israelis fighting in Gaza. They are not my soldiers. Communal institutions who claim that all Jews support Israel are playing a dangerous game. They are aligning Jews with Zionism. They are making every one of us responsible for Israel's crimes. We are not, and we oppose them and Israel vigorously in its genocidal actions in Gaza. Finally, I would like to say, or to read quickly, a poem which you've heard before by Khalid Juma, a rascal children of Gaza. It expresses the humanity we feel when we witness the slaughter of ordinary civilians in the name, says Israel, of preventing a genocide. It is double-speak of the most appalling kind, and Khalid Juma captures the humanity that we need to reach into ourselves to find. He writes, "O rascal children of Gaza, you who constantly disturb me with your screams under my window, you who filled every morning with rush and chaos, you who broke my vase and stole the lonely flower on my balcony, come back and scream as you want, and break all the vases, steal all the flowers, come back, just come back. Free, free Palestine! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Thank you very much.
Give it up for the Jewish bloc! What do we want? Ceasefire! What do we want? Ceasefire! And when do we want it? Now! What do we want? Ceasefire! And when do we want it? Now! Our next speaker is from a trade union that stands with the Palestinians, representing 500,000 education workers and Europe's largest education union. Please welcome General Secretary Daniel Kemeny.
It's 2 months since I last stood on this platform, and in that time, the number of Palestinians killed in Gaza has doubled. It's a disgrace that neither our government nor the main opposition party has called for a ceasefire. We demand a ceasefire now! Even war has rules, and these are being tested in the case brought by South Africa and other countries at the International Court of Justice. As a signatory to the United Nations Convention on Genocide, South Africa says it has an obligation to prevent genocide. The US and the UK also ratified the convention, and they too have responsibilities. But instead of seeking to prevent genocide in Gaza, they are continuing to provide material aid to Israel to pursue its brutality. And instead of de-escalating the conflict, they escalate it through airstrikes on Yemen. I'm not a lawyer, but I am a teacher, and teachers like to ask questions. So here are some questions for Israel and its allies, including our government, to consider. If Israel is showing restraint, then how have more than 23,000 people been killed and 60,000 injured in Gaza since the 7th of October? Why are 70% of those killed women and children? Why have 69,000 homes been destroyed and over 290,000 homes damaged? Why have 1.9 million Palestinians been displaced, many of them multiple times? Why have thousands of Palestinians been killed and injured in parts of Gaza where they had fled after being told that these places would be safe? Why does UNICEF report that 90% of children aged under 2 are consuming 2 or fewer food groups? Why have 136 UN staff been killed? Why are only 15 of Gaza's 36 hospitals even partially functioning? Why are the Israeli authorities preventing fuel deliveries to water and sanitation facilities, leaving tens of thousands of people without access to clean water? Why this week did Israel shelter in Khan Yunis, housing over 100 staff and their families from Doctors Without Borders, killing the 5-year-old child and 1 staff member? Why have over 4,000 students and more than 200 teachers been killed and over 7,000 students and 700 teachers been injured? Why have more than 600,000 students and 23,000 teachers been left without access to education? So many questions and so few answers. But I will leave you with a few final questions. What kind of world is our political class bringing into being? What kind of future? What are they teaching our children? That children can be slaughtered while politicians look the other way. That the world powers think that they can determine the future of Palestine with no say for the Palestinian people. We want a future for all children, in the UK, in Gaza, in the West Bank, a future in which the Palestinian people have the right to self-determination and to live on their own land in peace and security. Solidarity. Cease fire now!
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! London, make some noise! Hold your placards in the air! Hold your flags in the air! It is my huge honour to be able to say that today, on the streets of London, we have got at least 500,000 of us standing in solidarity with the people of Palestine, calling for a ceasefire, saying that this will never ever be in our names. Our next speaker is a very, very special man. He's an author, he's a poet, and today he's speaking in memory of his friend and ours, Benjamin Zephaniah, who very sadly passed away at the end of last year. Benjamin was a lifelong friend of the Palestinian people, and he was a patron of the Palestine Solidarity Campaign. So please, give a really, really warm welcome to Love to Say!
Today, I'll be reading an extract from Benjamin Zephaniah's book, Rasta Time in Palestine.
published in 1995 after Benjamin travelled to Gaza. The first page of the text features a picture of Benjamin and Nelson Mandela standing arm in arm. It begins, "I went to Palestine, Israel, with an open mind. Now I cannot deny it. I support the struggle of the Palestinian people. I can't help it after seeing what these people have to live with and my own personal experiences. I left convinced that I should do everything I can do to help their cause. And the only thing I can do is write. I could have gone on for a 100-page epic on the subject, but I used this format, Rasta Time in Palestine, to inspire the reader to look further, as there are a great number of writers who can cover the subject a lot better than myself. That said, I must say the people are the most important. Lately, we have heard a lot of talk about glasnost and perestroika, troops out and peace talks. This has happened not because politicians have invented it, it has happened because people will not tolerate invasion and occupation, war and starvation for an unlimited time. The Palestinians are just people, people crying and dying for peace talks. I wanted to appeal to the black community because we have suffered and are still suffering from the acts of imperialistic states. Everyone needs to be more aware, and this is an appeal to anyone who can write a letter to the Israeli embassy, anyone who can sign a petition, anyone who can walk a few miles on a demonstration, just anyone who is ready to stand up and be counted. Since my visit, I have also been to Tunis, where I met many of the children whose parents were killed in the bombings of Lebanon in 1982. This was a very moving experience that made a big man, me, cry. Here were children who had lived through hell, but they had just wanted to play football and collect records like all other children. I don't think I'm being too idealistic in saying that I would like to see a world without refugees. The world is large enough for all of us, and it hurts to see people who were refugees creating refugees. Hopefully, before these words are published, the South African government will be talking to the ANC. Many would have said this. Many would have said this was impossible a few years ago. We now see confusion in Israel, in Israeli political circles, as certain factions seek some dialogue with the representatives of the Palestinian people. The Israelis who seek dialogue may not be doing so because of their love for the occupied, but more for the benefit of their own people. It is a sad state of affairs and not good for their democracy if people who live in Israel and are against the occupation are too frightened to speak out. As I, Benjamin Zephaniah, write these words, Mrs. Thatcher is touring Africa and telling Israel to talk. Even the Americans are getting involved and warning Israel that it will reduce its financial aid to them. I see America as occupiers who have put their natives at the bottom of their pile, and I wish Mrs. Thatcher would tell her government to talk about Northern Ireland, but that's another book or two. Israel has a chance to give peace a chance, and it should go for it. The Holy Land is a beautiful place, and Christians should remember that Jesus was a Palestinian. The world should not let this land be the subject of war any longer, and this is the time of glasnost and peace talks. Let's get some on Palestine. There are many UN declarations that I could quote, but at the end of the day, we shall have to refer to our hearts and not documents. So let's change the world. Oppressed people of the world, unite! Benjamin Zephaniah.
Thank you, Len. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Our next speaker is here representing the Muslim Association of Britain, one of the co-organisers of today's march. Please give it up for Mustafa Dabag.
Brothers, sisters, friends, Assalamu alaikum. For the past 4 months, the people of Gaza have been subjected to a brutal and relentless assault by Israel. 250 Palestinians are being killed every day. That is equivalent to a primary school full of children being murdered every single day. A rate that is higher than any major conflict in the 21st century. Nearly 25,000 civilians have been killed, with many more thousands trapped under the rubble, presumed dead. And as we mark just over 32 years since the Bosnian genocide and 30 years since the Rwanda genocide, we are witnessing another genocide unfold in front of our eyes in Gaza. Just like in 1994 with Rwanda, our government is downplaying what is occurring. It is refusing to use the term genocide. They are yet again on the wrong side of history. Yes, genocide. That is the word we must use to describe what is happening in Gaza. It is not a word that is used lightly. It is a word that has a precise and legal meaning. It is a word that applies to specific acts committed with intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial or religious group. All of these acts have been perpetrated by Israel against the Palestinians in Gaza, with the clear and deliberate intention of wiping them out as people. Israel has violated every aspect of the Genocide Convention and has shown no remorse or accountability for its crimes. These are not isolated incidents, but are part of a systemic and systematic, deliberate policy of ethnic cleansing that Israel has pursued for decades with the support and complicity of its allies, especially our own government and the government of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, is it not time to recognize that Israel is a liability? That this fascist Israeli government is taking the region to the brink of a third world war? Our government is yet again committing our troops into a quagmire with no oversight. When will we learn that war in the Middle East is not a solution? Whitewashing Israel's crimes with the blood and treasure of Britain and American troops will no longer be accepted. People are not going to accept any more dodgy dossiers. Brothers, sisters, we are not alone in this struggle. On this global day of action, we are joined by millions all over the world. Most importantly, we are joined by the heroic people of South Africa. They have invoked the Genocide Convention and have taken Israel to the International Court of Justice, accusing it of genocide. The South African government has truly shown what leadership of the free world
of suffering and justice. South Africa fought and defeated apartheid, which was supported by Israel and the governments of the United Kingdom and the United States. They were wrong then, and they are wrong now. South Africa has shown us the way. It has shown us that apartheid can be overcome, that genocide can be stopped, and that justice can be achieved. It has shown us that we have the power to change the course of history if we act together, if we stand united, and if we never give up. Friends, let us follow South Africa's example. Let us make this day of action a turning point in the struggle for a free Palestine. Let us make this day of action a day of hope for the people of Gaza and for all oppressed people around the world. Let us stand firmly against genocide. Let us make this day of action a day of victory for humanity. And let us here, today and all around the world, demand an immediate and permanent ceasefire. And let us in one voice demand a ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Thank you very much.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Brothers and sisters, there are more than 500,000 of us on the streets of London today. And I know that many of you travel from very far to be here in London today. Our next speaker came from Wales. She is a British Palestinian. She is representing one of the organisations that called today's demonstration, the Palestinian Forum in Britain. Please give a warm welcome to Nujay Abdullah.
Justice seekers, peace-loving people and nations. January 11th, 2024 marks a historic moment for us Palestinians and for every human, because South Africa, a nation that once suffered under an apartheid regime, took Israel, the occupying state, to the International Court of Justice for genocide. South Africa did what the world powers failed to do. South Africa said, not in any of our names. When apartheid fell in South Africa, Nelson Mandela declared that their struggle was not over. He said that the freedom was incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. Today, his statue stands in Parliament Square as it does in Ramallah in the West Bank. To the complicit leaders of the UK, every plea you shut your ears to, every atrocity you ignore, every demand to humanity you reject. No! Every atrocity to humanity that you reject. Know that every day you pass him, you are crawling in his shadow. Let this historic event be a reminder that humanity unites people. We do not tolerate racism, we do not tolerate anti-Semitism, and we do not tolerate hate. For our allies are those that have helped raise our voices. Unity is the catalyst of change against oppression. Your actions have ignited a global fire of justice, and we will not stop. Today, the 30th of January, is the 100th day of genocide in Gaza. 45 countries in 121 cities around the world have come out to demand an nation. Today will be historic because today we restore the humanity in humans and not our leaders. Our leaders are complicit with silence and with loud. They don't accept the and they think they should
Victoria? Victoria? Or Pimlico? Pimlico or Victoria? Pimlico Station or Victoria? Pimlico that way. It's about 15 minutes walk. Park Road? Yeah. Piccadilly? Piccadilly? Pimlico? Oxford Circus? بعدين Stanford Line و North Acton. Pimlico North Oxford Circus? قريبة. Pimlico 15 minutes walk. يعني Victoria that way. تنتين نفس الخط. Victoria you skip Pimlico لأنه Pimlico بعدين Victoria. That way.
They demand that UK